Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. You might hear a little whirring noise. It's just the vacuum cleaner. It will be done momentarily, I promise. For now, though, 2 losses in a row. It's not where you want to be. It's not where you want to be. We do need a Stygian guard win. We've played a lot of Umbra lately, so I think we should, like, say no to Umbra. What about a full random? You know, when you're going through a tough situation, why not just roll the dice? It's probably terrible luck. So I think we got Umbra, which I just said we didn't want, but we got Umbra Awoken, and you consume our first spell per turn. Alright. Well, we learned something very valuable about the Umbra last time. I was loving the trample. Don't get me wrong. However, it's a big however, it did create a tough situation for us. So I'm trying to think. I really think the capacity is the better play when you don't get the double summon, like we had on the daily. Train Stewards getting 2 damage shield and multi-strike. I think it's a gimmick. I'm just gonna call it like I see it. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's as good as getting a huge energy refund after your 2nd unit per turn, at least. But for now, it's nice to just be not zany, very commonplace run where we got supposedly, hopefully, very little to worry about, right? So we just let these guys go right off the bat. Usually we just let these guys go. We get a big summon here, and then we try to make a super Shade Splitter. Or not Shade Splitter, a super champion here. You know what? I'm looking at it. 22, I like putting a Train Steward at the back here. Just because it's early, at least the Train Steward does do something. It's not a lot, but it does do something. And we have -1, but +1 energy. -1 capacity, but +1 energy. I mean, I'll say the obvious so you don't have to. It's pretty solid on a floor where you're already going to not put a unit. You are living, at least, here. But, otherwise, kind of not great. And Lifesteal 3, Ember Drain 2. It's really, there's just no reason to play it until the boss comes out. Our Pyre is going to get bodied here. But this is what you expect when you take this trial, this particular trial early on. Seems most sensible for me to do that. I really feel like, sadly, you don't do any damage to the Pyre anyway. It's really like, you know what, I was gonna put a Train Steward behind you, but I decided, I don't know if that moves the needle, behind the boss, or the champion I should say, but I don't think that moves the needle enough for us to be, like, even interested. Let's see how we're doing here. 32 damage is trash. That's super bad. But we gotta start by putting units out there. And we'd really rather you just tank the hit. So that's a start. And then I think we like a Train Steward here. It helps our Pyre. Then we can Glimmer. Then we can Glimmer. You're taking 91? We're gonna stop you, or at least slow you way down before the boss fight. Dude, I apologize for not respecting that card earlier. Not that it matters, like, we've already got you, but, man, that Void Binding is, like, is really, really good on the Relentless. It is. Let's use our noggins here. We haven't been using our noggins too well. I think Antumbra Assault is the best card. +4 damage, spikes 4. I really, genuinely just, I know we're taking a lot of the same cards, but we need a heal for our boss to live, or for our champion to live, if we're gonna leave our champion up at the front. And I think here, spells are great, but we really want to grab an Awoken unit. And they're both really good. We've never won with Wilting Sapwood, but getting a little extra energy just for being hit, and then maybe keeping you alive on top of that is pretty sick. And I think we can afford to play you because of the energy refund as well. We just gotta be smart about it. So let's make you as good as possible. The multi-strike is nice, and then we'll just give you extra damage. So now you're a 30-30, more or less. And we don't really want to do anything with any of these other units. I think we're much better off with like a straight up purge. And we kind of like all of our spells, at least a little bit, so we can afford to eat a trained steward. And so far, so good. So where does this unit go? Wherever we want. It sounds obvious, but there's a little flex. They don't have to go in front of anything yet, because there's nothing they have to protect. They just really cannot go on the same floor as our champion. I'm just thinking. 15 HP. You won't die. But I'm looking at you, and I'm like, okay, so you're going to take 6... No, I think you got to be at the bottom. You're going to give us so much energy next turn, too. We could put a unit in front of you, but let's think about this for a second. We're going to create like a real bottleneck on the middle floor. Because you have multi-strike, I would rather you got this. And you know what? I think the train steward... Oh, but you can't fit there anymore. Okay. Let's get a train steward going up there, then. And the restoration detonation doesn't do anything for us. I realized you're not... our morsel isn't going to live anyway, because of the spikes, but... It's tough, right? Glimmer does really well here. I think you say, forget the money for now. You glimmer up, go hard on the restores, and you know what? Now let's put a train steward here. Oh, and that was all we needed. I'm a fool. All right, a brief respite. We're probably not going to need anything on that floor. We can still put a train steward up there. +2 and lifesteal 1. I really think we want you there, honestly. And we can still, you know, it's not great, but we can at least put a train steward here. You could really use the money regardless, so let's get you going there. Okay. Killing you to get rid of some spikes is worth a ton. Then, I think we definitely want this and this. Just having 2 of those was enough to get the job done? Dude! Alright, so we got something. This guy's not going to scale that well. He's really just good for now, and the energy is... You know what? We should probably take some X-cost cards. I think a second Antumbra Assault is totally fine. For sure, a +4 to our multi-attack unit, and then also having spikes on a unit, we're incentivizing getting hit a lot. I think we want to make it cost 1 to make it more worth our while, but I think it's respectable. Let's call it respectable. Now, do we want a second anything right now? I think no. I think you just go right here, and we'll start with our Awoken unit. I really think having a... trying to think about it. How many kills do you think you're going to get? I think we're going to try you. I think you're good enough to try behind the big tree. And we'll try to make you maybe a little tankier as well. Quick, we actually don't want necessarily. On you, at least. Just because you'll kill enemies before they hit our tree and give us our bonus. I don't know, that might be thinking a little too hard. So let's cut a train steward. We don't mind that. I think we actually do like damage shield 2 over quick, and it's weird, but I think it's correct. And then let's see what you got going on in here. This feels okay so far. This feels workable. Okay, so you want to purge a card and gain a card. We'll just do what you would expect and get this train steward out of here. And let's go rare Umbra. Let's see how that... Oh, dude, that's perfect. Because, again, we're going to be able to get so much energy. The problem is we need to have a morsel to be consumed. But, if we get it, that could be huge. So I think we're, for sure, totally fine right now. Constructed explosives have 1 protection. That's bad, don't get me wrong. We can't snipe them with Antumbra Assaults. Just making sure we're good on time. Oh, we're fine on time. Okay, so we like you right here, and we like you right behind, and that's a big energy buff for us as well. So you guys are dying, you're taking 7. Big whoop. I think I speak for everybody when I say big whoop. Get rid of you. Then you... We'd really like to set up on the second floor. If we have to yeet one of you so that you don't take damage, it is what it is. This is to make a good champion in the future. It's worth something. It's worth something. So Shroud Spike... You're gonna have to work with me on this one. It's gonna take a minute. We definitely like summoning 2 units. Like so. Is it worth playing for 5? Eden and Gorge abilities? It's just gonna give us a bunch of energy. It's not the right turn to play it. It doesn't do... Well, it really doesn't do anything for us. It's just an energy factory, which is pretty much worthless. I can't believe that actually gave us enough to get the kill. That's comical, but I love it. So we might as well try that. And then really, we're just trying to keep you alive. Yeah, why wouldn't you, right? And our train steward will die, so what? We're really just abandoning the 3rd floor. Just consider that like it's energy factory for us right now. You gotta go. And then there's no capacity. We'll definitely slash probably. It's a kind of a meaningless statement, I guess. We're likely... I'll live with it. We're likely going... I think we can actually play this, dude. Because of the... just one. But I think we can play it because we're getting energy back on the Revenge anyway. But anyway, I completely forgot what I was saying a second ago. Let's not worry about it too much, huh? Shall we? You're doing fine. You're doing amazing. But we're just going to continue to make you stronger. Can I tell you something? I remember what we were going to say. Just encamp down here. We are going to take capacity. I think capacity is for sure... That's worth it. Capacity is for sure our #1 play. This is a great setup so far. I didn't think that Awoken Umbra could synergize this well. You're not dying. That's offensive to me. What if I do this? What if I do this? Oh, you're living? I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I buy it. Sorry, you're gonna be heavily wounded. And we're gonna have so much energy next turn, it's gonna make your head spin. And we did get Shroud Spike, but we have nothing to summon. We have no minions to use it on, I think. But we got through that pretty easily. Alright. Let's think. We don't need a second Shroud Spike. I think we'll just enhance it if possible. So Cycle of Life, I actually think it's fine. I think we can afford it because of our rage unit to begin with. I kind of feel like we don't need another unit, but that's likely hubris. But these guys don't move the needle for me. They just... And energy's not a problem. Draw, not really a problem so far. We'll see. We'll see. This is a tough call. What if we did take an Umbra unit? Because I do want to enhance Shroud Spike, but I think we can wait. This is honestly pretty good. I think we can make a Crucible Collector, and basically, the Crucible Collector will exist exclusively to be like the last line of defense. Armor 15, we can totally live with it, I think. It's because we've really just... The first floor and the second floor have done all the damage for us so far. If something slips by, that could be it. You know, cancel Christmas. So I think we like this. I think we like this so we get a kill. Oh, it doesn't get the kill because you have the armor. Fair enough. I think we like this, which gave us the refund. And then we do want you at the top and just no immortal trait. Really, until we get our big tank out there, which thankfully we got basically immediately here, we have to slow play it a little bit. You have no incant trigger, so let's think about this. You're doing fine. really, you getting more lifesteal is good, but you don't need it right away. So I think we can actually do that instead. And I don't mind our Pyre taking 3 damage to get you buffed for the future. And the units did make it to the 3rd floor, so I'm glad we got something up there. I think we can afford to lose capacity up here, but obviously that's going to be... contentious might not be the right word, but it's going to be interesting. We can't summon 2 units, so we're not going to get an energy refund, so we just play our hand, really. You're going to get played here, and then you're going to get played up here. And who's getting buffed? You're really only getting hit for 1, so I think, again, we benefit the most from this right here. And you're at 22 of 23. I think we'd better here. So our Pyre will take some damage, but this is the price you pay sometimes when you turn the trials on. You expect it's going to happen from time to time. So, if I could get a kill... You only do 3 damage, dude. You're killing me on this one. You're killing me on this. You're just killing me on this one. It's so close to doing something so good, and yet we're not there. This one's a little dangerous. We could have gotten like 6 times a morsel eaten, but we are struggling to get morsels out there. And we're in a bit of a spicy spot here. You should live if I play this, which is pretty important. I'm not too worried about this. You don't do any damage, you're gonna live. Might as well make sure you're staying alive. You're taking 176. Pretty not good. So if I'm calling this one like it is right now, the real problem is the armor. It's the trial issue. 217. That moved the needle for us. You know what? Like, hold on. Yeah. Now give me 2 morsels. Now we're talking. I think we really prefer you getting lifesteal. Yeah, which added about 100 damage to the front end here. You might as well just get strong. Because you're dying no matter what, right? 6, 7. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, well... No, you're dead. There's nothing we can do. So just accept that. Well, let me see. 7, 8. So is it... I can't block 8 damage. I can block the 6 at the front, but there's no way I can keep you alive after that. So we really... This just goes here. And then I think for survival's sake, you do 7. This will let you attack one more time. No, my math is incorrect. But we got in there. We got in there and did something. Pyre is not happy. We may not turn on our next trial. It's an extraordinary bummer that I cannot keep you alive because you're gonna die on the first hit. Are you kidding me? It just doesn't do it. Like, I can hit you for 4. I think we just lost. Alright, well, you know what? It was 18 minutes in. The trial, dude! Everything was fine until the trial. New run. What time are we at? We could do it, dude. We can do it, okay? Just hit me with random again. We're kind of going off the rails. We should not have turned the trial on there, but we were doing so well hither to that moment. So we are... Oh no. Stygian Melting Remnant. Very interesting. And you take our first spell as a consume. Incant triggers an additional time. Not relevant. Well, you know what? I have not lost with the, Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Although, no, you know what? Why not? Let's give it a try. Damage spells are cheaper. I can't imagine this would scale well versus spell weakness, but we'll try because we're messing around, right? I can't believe that one fell apart, though. I can kind of believe it. We can play you. Then, this will kill 3 units. This will kill you. And that felt pretty solid. It felt like that worked out pretty well. Then we'll kill 3 of you again. And we will make sure you're dying. The dregs are still important to keep out here. I think you get them out. Again, I've never lost as the melting remnant. So I think that, you know, in my heart of hearts, I'm like, dude, we got chances. We got plays. I'm hip. I'm with it. Tucka, 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 tucka. But I have to apologize. Maybe I don't have to. But I am disappointed in my own performance recently. I assure you of this. So really, I think you, at 14-8, I think you should go back here. 53 damage. I don't know if I have to apologize, but this is a sign that we should start doing a little better. Here's the thing. That's 60 damage right there. You got 1. I think we got you. All right. First fight went totally fine. That was with the trial on, too. Making damage spells cheaper is super nice. I think Titan's Gratitude fits into that build better than anything we've ever seen before. I don't think we need a second molded. I do think, you know, Draft, I think, is actually our card. I think a unit with some value is more advantageous. And then what about a Guard of the Unnamed? And now we're playing spell. You know what I mean? Maybe this is the first time an incant is going to be worth something for us. Upgrade a spell to gain permafrost. We want these ice tornadoes to not be absurdly expensive. This is a quick refresh. Both of these getting into real cheap territory is worth a lot for me. As is 30 damage to a random enemy 3 times. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking I'm back. We've still got 115. Double stack, though. Apply Frostbite 12. It's good. And I'm like, am I making a mistake yeeting the train stewards this fast? I just feel like molded is such a good spell. I don't want to dump that. And I don't know, I'm indiscriminately turning the trial on. That could be part of my problem too. Maybe, you think? With no damage spell, you gotta be insanely careful with this one. I think you want to go like this because of the haste, and then you guys are gonna kill anything. So I think we just summon these units anyway, so they burn out and become reformed, but molded triggers, really. So this is exactly what we wanted. You're both dying. Just summon one of you here, and then take care of you. That was a great draw. But the ice tornadoes, which I thought we were actually guaranteed to draw, but the ice tornadoes crush it for us here too, so we're not sweating it much. You're both dying. You are doing 14 damage. We want you to get stronger. We want to incant as much as possible. I think we'd really rather summon you on the bottom and just have you die quickly so we can summon you again before the boss fight. Or, like, on the next floor, I should say. And this does not bother me. You're taking 30. What'd you say to me? Woo, so whoa. Woo, so whoa. Woo, so whoa. You know, that's it's Purple Rain, sweetheart. Ask your aunt about it. Okay, 90 damage. How about that? Problem solved. Good fight, good fight. I'm telling you, the melting, those are my dudes. I think helical crystals is another great get here. It's pretty nice as a blocker, but we don't really have anything for it to block yet, so I guess what we'd be looking for is another unit that's pretty strong. spell weakness early could also... Okay, so here's my game plan. This unit, the sweep unit that applies spell weakness, has to be buffed immediately, full stop, no questions. We will look at our remnant unit first, though. Actually, I don't really like that much, but maybe I'm a fool. I don't know. Let's take it. But the sweep unit, you get buffed, and then you're gonna apply double spell weakness thanks to the multi-strike, which is fantastic. But you get buffed. Then we summon you at the bottom with minions protecting you. And then by the time they get to the top and we get the cheap damage spells, it's over, dude. It's friggin' over. It is kind of tempting to make make 5 great ice tornadoes. So let's do it. Why not? Why not? They're only gonna be cheaper on the top floor, to be clear. Or on whatever floor we choose to play our creature, or our champion on. But maybe in that case we should put him on the bottom. Because we're gonna draw these, like, we have like a 29 card deck. We got like a 1 in 6 chance to draw it on every draw. And we didn't draw it turn 1, which is truly something. In fact, our turn 1 draw is just absolutely terrible. You know what? Let's stack middle floor then. In this house, we stack middle floor. Alright, we're looking for damage spells. Okay, this is what we wanted. We asked for this. Kind of. Yeah, you're gonna live, so quit crying. You're gonna actually get a buff here. Then you're gonna get torched. It's great stuff. Can't really do anything with the train stewards unless you just want to summon them to die. He'll be fine, okay? And by fine, I mean like, oh, he's dead, dude. But, hold on. This floor. Oh, baby. This is an easy kill. I think we like the frostbite here, just so you get some as well. Let's do a 90 damage. It will definitely kill a unit. Oh, actually, it could hit the boss. Either way, you're not making it up a floor. Like, I see that this is tempting, but I think that's better. Oh no, it hit the boss. Now the boss is gonna die faster on a future turn. You guys are doing great, so let's not sweat that. You kinda gotta go, okay, so here's the thing. No, you definitely played us. You're now living. In fact, you're not even taking any damage. We want you to die. That'll make you get stronger, which is an important kind of part of the plan for us. We actually don't really mind if you die either. Because we can reform you. And also, you did some damage, so thank you for that. We really whiffed on this middle floor play. That's something I'm not afraid to admit. You love to see it. Again, we would like you to die. No, Mr. Daedalus, I expect you to die. Yeah. Yeah. And then a big yeah. You're super dead. You just might live long enough to die to 16 spell weakness plus ice tornado. Okay. This is a great run so far. Great run so far. Memento Mori, this might be like the one time I look at it and say, I don't think it's that relevant. We don't really have any offering cards. So I don't think Dark Offering or Deep Offering does anything for us. I don't think it moves the needle. Spike of the Stygian. Really good against multi-strike. I hate to say it, I totally think Memento Mori's our play. Wickless Tycoon is really nice to get the gold crunch in early. I think you can afford to take it. I think you can take it and go capacity. I was originally going to go energy, but I guess I really think we should summon our champion on the bottom floor. I think we go here. I think you summon the champion on the bottom floor. When you play a spell in your hand, when you play a spell, spells in your hand that cost less are reduced to 0. Oh my god. That's pretty good. But we don't need another one of these, in my opinion. I know I'm making decisions like snap, but we may be going a little overboard on cheap spells, but... And again, multi-strike is bad, but we got tanky units. We can bring our units back from the dead. So I really have to think about this a little bit. For sure, it's hard for me to not just do... And we should put a harvest unit out here. Probably we're gonna put you out here because I want the money. In fact, we could put both. The downside to this, and there is a little downside. The downside to this is that we don't get any value out of spell weakness until a future floor. So there's a trade-off here. So we might actually go capacity again, which I know maybe seems like, what are you doing? But there's a case to be made, is all I'm saying. We like this. Don't mind a trained steward behind. We don't mind summoning you so you can burn out faster. The gold should get kind of ridiculous. It's very nice. Free spells are pretty good, apparently. We'll summon you, but you really don't do your best work on that floor. I'll be the first to admit it. Now, Memento Mori. You're doing 20 damage. That's a little low, but it is a start. We really should just get the incant trigger on you. You're all dead. Wow. The gold. I think I speak for everybody when I say, I want the gold. All y'all who've seen the Leprechaun say yeah. We'll get you just for a little damage boost against the boss. And then really just incants. Could have played the unit probably. It didn't give us a damage boost against the boss. Well, a handful of spells. It's not something you're disappointed to see. 356. This shouldn't change it too much, now that I think about it, but alright. The downside, and you know this already, the downside is we're not getting spell weakness. We really want to have spell weakness on the second floor, worst case scenario. And this, our top unit is still pretty strong. Not that it ended up mattering. But this, I think, was a good lesson in how not to run it, honestly. So what's our relic? When a friendly unit dies, give it plus 10. It's like insanely good. I do think we want Mollusk Mage on the same floor as our champion. A Fatal Melting. Interesting. I think we can try it. The deck's getting a little fat, but again, it's fat with good stuff. So I think we like champion bottom floor, because we guarantee that the champion gets spawned on turn 1. And I think on second floor, we absolutely have to play just get this, make that more versatile. I think we're honestly just gonna reroll. The double stack doesn't interest me too much. Remove Consume interests me a great deal. And now with some double stack, I'd be loving it, but I think we now start to remove. What was I talking about? I don't know. Basically, I think I completely wasted our spell power up that time. And that doesn't bother me too much. Because we made it out without taking any pyre damage. But I think we got a little lucky for that to happen. And I'll level with you as well. I think, like, we don't need our we don't need our dregs. I like the draft, but the dregs are kind of... They have value, but not as much as I maybe would like. I hope we didn't make a terrible mistake here, but our deck is getting focused on, like, a singular purpose. With full pyre health, I really feel like you try to get this extra relic. And this one is like, it's pogging. It could go wrong. Like, I thought our last one was pogging too, but... the question is, do we like you on this floor? And the answer is honestly, like, kind of not. I think you do better here. Believe it or not. And we'll just get you to burn out. Because we need a champion on this, or we need a tank on this floor, I should say. Or somebody that gets stronger when other units die, which is really the big thing. You're dying. You're not gonna die. Just looking at this. I don't know if this changes it at all, but we don't have any incant triggers, so we kind of just go for it. So I expect some units to live this time that otherwise wouldn't have been able to. Without the trial being on. I don't think we need anybody in front of you to tank a hit. I think we like this. I think we like this floor. So that's a big win. I hate that you got a little stronger, but it is what it is. You got 2 spell weakness. An ice tornado might be able to take you out. We didn't get an ice tornado, so it's kind of irrelevant. But you're gonna die in 3 hits to the pyre, so I feel like you sort of don't sweat that. The bigger question is, how do I keep you alive? And the answer is I put literally anything in front of you, which means our mollusk mage doesn't go here. It means our mollusk mage goes on the top floor. Though it may sound bizarre. Or we can wait on the mollusk mage. Because really, we don't want to put them out there just to get killed. And we want this guy to stay alive, because he's getting this, like, sweet gold, you know? So it's a fairly sensible play. I think we like you up here. I don't really care about Frostbite, because you're going to heal anyway, so I think we just get, like, maybe some incant triggers going. But this is it's the trade-off for the trial, and we accept this. We accept this as it's our lot in life. This will do 90 damage, so it's pretty okay still. And then just an incant trigger, and let's see how this shakes out. I do not like sweep. Sweep is very bad. I do not like stealth either. But this is a pretty good floor for us. Although I do wish we had mollusk mage. Do you have 10 stealth? No, you have 10 lifesteal. Not amazing. The sweep is really the worst part by far. You're taking 10 damage. Don't do me like this. Come on. Because of sweep, really feel like bringing back this unit is kind of your play. Although with Burnout 1, maybe not. But it is what it is. We'll hit you for 90 or whatever. You're taking 40, and now you'll also take a little bit more damage off the top. It's a scary place. We're gonna live, but our Pyre's gonna get bodied. Pyre lost a lot, but we got a relic for that. So what's our relic? Was it worth it? 50% chance to apply spell weakness to a unit when it enters the train. It could be good enough. It could be good enough. I don't mind this. I think that might actually save us some pyre damage. I think maybe we're going a little overboard on the deck, but we're about to fight second boss. Is that correct? This might be an okay time to do, oh, but you can get, you could, oh, it's spicy, dude, but I think you go this way, because you get a relic. Spell weakness 2 to units before they enter the pyre room. I could, like on the 3rd floor, I can live with that. 7 energy on the first turn of battle, or spells gain an extra upgrade slot. We really don't suffer from energy problems early, I feel. The problem is this doesn't help us immediately, and we could really use some immediate help. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we can get there. I feel like this deck is really good, but if it dies, then it sucks and I'm selling it out. Alright. We do like the start of this. That's hard. That's hard. Okay, hold on. You gotta come out. You gotta block. Throw out a little body block here. It's not an amazing start. Stop drawing the bad cards, please. So we really want spell weakness on this floor. But do we have anything that will block for you? I don't think so. Hold on, hold on. Feel 90. Okay, I just thought maybe we could cheat the system. I'll admit. It's just a question of where we put you. I think we for sure have to go hard on this. That was pretty good. You're gonna die anyway. It's great news. I think then we put you... Oh, we can't really put you up there. But if we put you here, you'll die. But then we could bring you back. You won't die. You'll just get really close. Okay. We don't really benefit from like an incant trigger anywhere, so... We can bring you back with Molded if you do die. We're hoping that you don't, of course. In many ways. So you're gonna get in front of this. Then, we're gonna send it. That's kind of bad luck, honestly. We're gonna send it. I can't believe you're not dead. It's not that bad, it's just kind of like what happened. Okay, so everything's still going alright. We love a mollusk mage on this bottom floor. Which allows us to hit you very hard. You're not dying anymore, which is wonderful news. And then... I mean, you might as... Maybe you might as well? I don't know, maybe you'd rather just get some extra armor going up here? And apply some spell weakness to the boss? So, you know, there's something to be said about it. There's something to be said about it. Okay, well that's just horrible. But nobody's dying except for our drag, so we can live with it. I think you for sure just do this, and you go, you know I'm a happy man. And then I think you just do it again. I think you just keep the pyre alive, brother. I think this is fine. And then you just go, yeah, and then this doesn't do anything, but we couldn't play it on the second floor anyway. Okay, so you're living... Now you're dying. That was a good use of limited energy. One unit has died this battle? Am I losing my mind? Alright, those are big plays. Not quite final wave status. Alright, we can finally bring some units back. $32 damage to the front enemy unit. We're not going to get where we want to go here. So I think we actually, for 0, thankfully, we can incant you and just really summoning this just to kind of mess with your life. Definitely. Oh, you know what? Oh, no incant trigger. Come on. Our front unit, our wealthy steward or whatever his name is going to die. That hurts. That's painful. You do have spell weakness, which is nice, but this floor is not going to do what we needed it to do. But it's doing something. I respect it. Why not? Alright, we're getting close to this moment of truth here. This floor is big because we really want spell weakness to do some serious work. You're taking 46 damage, which is pretty bad. We'd really rather have you live long enough. We kind of need to keep you alive for spell weakness purposes. Alright, top floor is not looking great. 30 damage 3 times or 25 damage twice. It's got to be this, right? Oh! Oh. Okay. Again, I think we can do something. I know Firebound has not been amazing for us, but I think we can still handle it. Capacity has not been that big of a problem anymore. I think you go draw or you go energy, and energy is relevant so we can cast spells on floors that do not just have our champion on them. And I think we gotta make our spells better. We got that extra upgrade slot. Let's make this happen. Like this, an ice tornado getting holdover. Who says no? $40 damage to a random enemy. You love to see it. Everybody loves to see it. Nobody doesn't love to see it. A 1-cost ice tornado. You could cast that on any floor you choose. Let's go to this vortex. I think we still don't really like the dregs. I'm not sure we even like the drafts, but we don't have any other units, dude. I think the lances, you cut it. They're good, but they make the rest of your deck worse. You could have chosen not to cut something, I'm aware, but come on, they give you the opportunity. You gotta take them up on it. -3, I think it's unnecessary. I think we actually start to split the difference on this one, and maybe we could apply like a little bit of frostbite. 2 ornate chests. Do you break off some pyre to get what's inside? I'll lose 5 pyre health for 25 coins. Really, like, money comes to us pretty easily. Pyre health is a little bit more precious. No, you could re-roll, but I'd rather save up maybe for a big relic shop at the end. Enemy units enter with armor 20. I think this is one where you say no to that, because I'm a little scared, and also, our pyre's pretty light on HP. It's a dangerous enough position. So you're doing 21 damage. Dunk, donkey, dunk, 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 donkey, dunk. I think you summon the Baron regardless. And you do it so that you can reform it later. There's a certain temptation to get this sweep unit out here. I'll be 100% honest with you. I just think you put it in front of the champion because you'd rather, like, reform them. Let's try this on for size. Let's see how this works. Let's see how this looks. So it's not a great start. We do like Mr. Gold. And there's some gold for us. You know, let's get that armor going, dude. So you still have spell weakness? You do. Lots of it, in fact. I mean, this is a... Come on, look at these weak enemies here. These cowards. Whoa, 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 whoa. Deal 5 damage to the front enemy unit. On extinguish. It's alright, we want to bring you back anyway, but come on. A little rude. Alright, so you're already dead. No, Captain, your men are already dead. You know that movie? Take a guess. That's right. Meet the Fockers. How did you know? Oh no, that's from the third one, Little Fockers. I'm not making this up, these are real movies, brother. Don't get mad at me. Okay, we'd rather the super... You know what, maybe we wouldn't rather the super tank. You know what, let's get the super tank out there. He's not really a super tank because he's got Burnout 1. But hey, look at that. Yeah, we should have gone for the gold. Definitely should have gone for the gold. But, okay, hold on. So we like Mollusk Mage on this floor. I can't believe you've lived long enough. And then really, it's just play our holdover spell because we want it next thing. You're taking no damage. Not great. Didn't mean to play that, meant to play molded, but that's okay. Burnout 2 is enough to at least tank some hits here and up our damage by quite a lot, quite frankly. What do you get on Revenge? You get +1. I'm hoping we get some wicked spell weakness on you. 4 is less than I would have liked. Just to be quite frank. But hear me out here. So we want the Titan's Bane, because we want to be able to play all of our damage spells. And this guy's going to get pretty nasty. He's only got 8 HP. Alright, so it worked. This was with the trial off, which was always a little dangerous, but... well, you can't draw too much information from that, let's say. This works so well with Mollusk Mage, but... I think we're okay. Don't really need Endless, honestly, and... I don't know, I feel like we don't necessarily need the stealth either. I'm not sure if 10 gold moves the needle for us, but I think a card might make things worse, so... and this is the final boss! Alright, alright. So we wanted money for the relic shop. Dude, Pyre Health could definitely be relevant. I think you come here. Take some Pyre Health. Look at the trinkets. I think you reroll. I forget the units, brother. I don't know how much 3 magic power does for us, but it's something. It's something. We can give 1 unit 1 upgrade. Mollusk Mage, welcome to the freaking show. And then we can duplicate another card. I think the holdover Super Ice Tornado is your... Trust me, I understand. If you don't need Ice Tornado, getting 2 of them per turn is bad. We can always just choose not to play it. The first spell you play each turn gets consumed. Okay, so we got to think about this. You might not want to play your great spells early, but we don't have that many not great spells. I think this hard counters us so badly that we're, like, toasted. No sweeps. You love to see it. No sweeps. You're doing 10 damage. We got problems here. You gotta go. This is what we're looking for right after this. How much? You doing 10 damage? You're still killing me? Do me a favor. Kill you instead so we have something to do with our molded. And this floor is nasty. Consume, but hold on. Yeah. Oh, but we don't have any choice, dude. We gotta play it. Maybe we don't gotta play it. I stand by it. We got another one in the deck, and we have like 6 of them in general. You're gonna make it, okay? Congrats. Do we mind losing molded? We don't enjoy it. But this is their forcing me to make tough decisions. So let's keep molded going for now. You're gonna take 10, 3, 3. Okay, we gotta start to get something going. You died again! Are you kidding me? You stink! You stink! You might live with an ice tornado. You'd burn out. Okay, but that's fine because we have more of it. Come on, don't let this one slip away. Not for nothing, at least. Okay, we can definitely afford to yeet this. Save him. Save him. Are you kidding me? All 3 of them hit the unit at the back, the only unit that leaves us in disrepair? You have to block. on this turn. You have to throw up the blocker. Alright, you got something. You got something there. Pyre, don't fail me now, brother. Alright, we're gonna lose an ice tornado. Lose the worst ice tornado. Now, here's the question. Do we want to use it here? Here? Or here? Here's not great. I think you definitely want to use one here. I can't believe it. He's gonna live. my boy is gonna live. And let's just try slowing you down. We gotta use the holdover one. That's gonna slow you down. Come on, Pyre. Oh, it's not great. It's not great. We got some problems here. If we let you make it to the top, you're gonna end it for us. 21 times 3 damage. There's not a whole lot I can do to stop you. That would be 1. And then I really think you're really looking at like an ice tornado. But you gotta get rid of something that consumes first, so it would be like that. Then it's okay. Hold on. Hold on, dude. Oh my god, it worked! So a champion's still dying, but we can still bring him back. The value of our champion... Can we bring him back? The value of our champion is in... their ability to make spells cheaper. That's really the only thing. I think we're toasted, dude. I really don't see how we're gonna do this. Especially, like, without a reform. It's just kind of unbelievable. But it was an attempt. An attempt, and perhaps not even a bad attempt was made. We gotta do 2,000 damage to you on this turn. You have 2 spell weakness. Gonna be honest with you, I don't think this is gonna do it for us. But... And we did it even in the wrong order, but... You know, I can't be too upset about this run. I think at the end of the day, we gave it a good college try, and just because it didn't work out doesn't mean it wasn't fun. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe in the future. But mostly, clicking that like button if you're a long-term viewer helps me out a great deal. It gives me a little bit of algorithmic juice. And I look forward to getting your tips in the comments because I'm getting destroyed. But I'll see you next time. See ya.